importantly, to be able to identify the weaknesses that are in the system as they affect the pupils, so that we can give them the support that is required to make them perform and progress in the system.
National conference which reviews the implementation of the new education policy after the status study of the country's education system is geared towards the finalization of the policy and to nurture the already registered achievements in the upcoming year. The Basic and Secondary Education Minister couldn't have ended the interview without recognizing the crucial role played by what she described her ministry's committed team of experts, the entire teaching fraternity, and other stakeholders whose contribution was no less significant in this crusade. She hailed President Jammeh for creating the enabling environment. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
Quickening the pace of justice delivery and ensuring non-existence of a backlog of court cases has been described by Emmanuel Agim, the Chief Justice of the Gambia, as the most significant achievement of the justice administration in the country. Ibrahim Ajata reports that 2011 saw the unveiling of a judicial scheme intended to redefine the practice of litigation.
Clearing of backlog of cases and expeditious disposal of criminal and civil cases in 2011.
Two very essential elements defining justice administration: the expeditious disposal of justice and the clearing of the backlog of court cases tops the list as the most important achievements for the judiciary in the year 2011, according to Emmanuel Agim, the Chief Justice of the Gambia.
We have a challenge for 2012, and that challenge stems from the current position. Studies on of my observation from available data and from comparative experience is that Gambia today has the best judicial system in terms of expeditious trial of cases. And that is a challenge because we have to maintain that standard. If we cannot improve it, we should not go below.
That is the prospective outlook, but for the present, the judiciary still has a few rather important issues impeding justice administration as the demand for litigation continues to intensify.
What are some of the setbacks that have been hindering justice administration, and what are the ways forward?
Well, in terms of setbacks, we have lack of cooperation from some part of the legal profession, and then we talk of a lack of adequate resources, financial resources. That's a major problem. Government has done so much within its lean purse. It has so many sectors of the economy of the country to deal with, but in spite, it has given a lot of attention to the judiciary. Even then, we still need more. We have a lot of the aspects of the judiciary that we want to put into shape, as the children's court, the county court system, and the access to justice for the rural people. This requires a lot of funds to do.
And that is certainly the case when the drive is to access justice to the bulk of the population. The Access to Justice program by the judiciary is already opening vast avenues, helping to effectively decentralize the courts and all aspects of justice delivery.
Justice itself, when you talk of justice, justice for everybody, whether you are living in Koina or Banjul, you should be able to access justice.
And you want to effectively provide?
Yes. Not just wanting to effectively provide. That is the cardinal point of President Jammeh's justice policy. Access to justice for every Gambian, particularly the poor and the vulnerable. And most of these people are in the rural areas. So justice shouldn't be only a Banjul affair, or Banjul and the greater Banjul areas. So the government's PRSP and the legal sector strategy programs were more focused on access to justice for people in the provinces.
But despite these efforts, how far is justice been widened and served to the larger population?
Well, it's been okay. For now, we opening a children's court in Basse, we're opening another one in Brikama, and that of Brikama is taking off in the next 2 weeks. We have a Kadi court now in Brikama, we have a Kadi court in Kerewan, we're opening up another Kadi court in Basse, and we are renovating the courts. We have renovated that of Basse, the Magistrate and the High Court. We're renovating the Brikama Magistrates Court. One Jerry Cham, a Gambian, patriotic Gambian, has donated a new court building to us at Brikama. The president had some time ago in 2010 mentioned to me on the need to have a high court in each region, and we had come out with a law dividing the whole Gambia into judicial divisions, and that is done, and it is a kind of a program which contains the vision of the country, of the government, in ensuring that you have cluster of courts in each region within the country.
Another factor which has greatly improved and eased the administration of justice is a fully operational legal aid agency providing support for members of the public who can't afford the ever-increasing cost of litigation.
The provision of free legal services to persons accused of capital offenses has greatly improved, more so because the agency now has its own lawyers as employees. Formerly, we were engaging lawyers as independent contractors.
Now you have lawyers as employees.
Yeah, so now and there the level of control was highly limited, and that hampered the provision of effective services. But now the lawyers are employed full-time by the agency. They are supervised, they are controlled by the agency. So, and they are focused fully on the job. So the level of commitment is higher and the delivery is better. So, and that has impacted very seriously on the provision of services to such persons, and has also helped in accelerating the process of trial of such cases in our courts.
The drive has already started, but 2012 will perhaps see more endeavors and added vigor to improve justice administration. As more people resort to litigation, justice administration shall become increasingly demanding. But for the Chief Justice of the Gambia, maintaining the cleared backlog of cases and the swift disposal of cases is still the biggest challenge facing the judiciary. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
The Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment has identified the Gambia Priority Employment Project, GAMJobs, and projects rolled out by the West African Quality Food Program as its two most outstanding feats in 2011. Well, the message from that ministry, as Fatou Jassi tells us, is there will be no lowering of the guard.
The Ministry of Trade, Regional Integration and Employment is not left behind in delivering on its mandate of enhancing trade and creating decent job opportunities for Gambians. The man under whose purview is the ministry points out some major achievements in the course of the FADE in 2011, among which stand out the GAMJobs Youth Empowerment Program and West African Food Quality Program.
All the projects that are under the ministry are doing well. So I think I have about 4, if I remember well. We have GAMJobs, which is into the area of skills development, youth employment, and women empowerment. GAMJobs has supported a number of women groups. Some of them have set up poultry farms, some have set up different activities, and they're all doing well. Youth groups have been trained, some have been given startup capital to set up their own businesses, and through collaboration with NEDI and NYSS, and these youths are also doing well. You will recall that GAMJobs also trained a number of youths to go into waste collection and management, and these youths have also been given equipment and they've started collecting waste in the Kanifing municipality. Youths have been trained and equipped with skills and resources, equipment in pavement blocks, making and laying of pavement blocks, and these youths are also gainfully employed.